Hey guys, and as you can tell from my shirt over here, we're doing No Game No Life today. We are DNA. I'm here, Oscar.
Gene. Robert.
Brendan.
Alright, so No Game No Life happens to be my favorite anime of last year, period. The art style, everything was beautiful, although a lot of more purple than I'm more comfortable with, but that's fine. I loved it either way.
That's his favorite color.
Yes,
It's his favorite.
I got you, man.
It was part of Spring's animes for last year, my favorite one personally. It went from April 9th to June 25th of that respective year. The producers behind it were Madhouse, Media Factory, and Sentai Filmworks.
That is an amazing trio right there, let me just say.
Yes, it is. Let me go through real quick. Madhouse behind some of these animations, you might know, maybe. Just a little, maybe. I'm going to list 3 for each and you'll probably know them. Let's see, for Madhouse we have Trigun, Death Note, and Cardcaptor Sakura.
Definitely know all 3 of those.
Exactly, those are great. Those are pretty
I don't
prominent
know
here.
Cardcaptor Sakura, but
Media Factor helping out being behind Soul Eater, Steins Gate, and the Devil May Cry adaptation of the video game.
Yes,
was that anime good?
it was. It was really short, but still really good.
You think
Look
it'll
forward to
cover
our future discussion of that one.
it? Maybe I'll mix it in with a gaming video.
Maybe.
Alright, and then Sentai Filmworks, the one I saw that had the most as far as when I was looking around, but you might know these two. Akame ga Kill, Clannad, and Angel Beats. And those
Which
just,
I feel we should review them later on.
yeah, of course.
Angel Beats, Akame got killed. What do you guys think?
This is basically Avengers Age of Ultron, we're just setting up future stuff.
Exactly.
Alright, but that's cool. So, going straight into the world, it starts off in Japan, of course, I guess you could say our world, whatever, sure, but in Japan, and there is these 2 kid geniuses shut-ins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those characters being named Sora and Shiro. Sora being the older brother, Shiro being the sibling, the younger girl, the sister. And they are complete geniuses when it comes to gaming and all things around it, essentially. Shiro being the one who's better at computing and everything, like her things are all statistics and whatnot. She can beat any world-class computer in chess. She's beaten all of them, I think, as far as the show tells. And then, yeah, Sora being like a master, he's extremely clever. His thing is PvP. He's face to face. He's gonna get in your head all day, every day. He doesn't play. Like, and you can tell from the show, he's almost a villain the way he messes around so much. And he's such a pervert that he is.
And collectively, they are known as
Blank. When they actually go ahead and mention it, you see literally like just 2 brackets and nothing in it, so they just call it Blank.
Blank does not lose.
Okay, so when they beat the god, the current god of the other world that I'm going to mention here in a minute, that's called Disboard. The god's name is Tet. He's the god of games. And so when he invites them through a game of chess and they manage to win, he drags them over from that world once he sees that they don't care for the world that they belong in at the moment. Our world is just one crappy game. Apparently,
They're just like, this is boring. This is much better.
So they end up in a new world where they have 16 sentient races, and just coincidentally enough, they happen to fall between the one that's their own kind, humans, but they call them the humanity with an I instead of humanity when they get to that area. Coincidentally, I'm pretty sure it was Ted's decision to put them nearby there.
It's basically a giant troll.
Yeah, but he's great at it.
Yeah.
I thought Tet was a girl when I first saw him. I was like,
He's adorable.
What?
It's fine.
What?
But yeah,
So that's cool, very quiet.
they're down to their last city of Elkia, and that's the last stand for the humans that are in this world. And through their genius in gaming and whatnot, they go through end up, wanting to fight to bring in the thing. And I'm not gonna say too much until later, but that's what they're striving for, to defeat the other 16 sentient race. And under the rules of the commandments under a god, Tet, everything is decided through games. There is no murder, robbery, violence allowed of that sort. The only way you could probably end up killing someone, I think, because they brought it up in the show, is maybe through like making them commit suicide. That's about it, as far as I can tell.
The losing
It has to be
condition is
some
they
harm.
losing condition is that they get sent to the shadow room.
Here, I thought you were saying that's the thing.
By the way,
Most things, everything, as long as you agree to the conditions, you play the game, you lose, you do whatever that other person says or you agreed upon. So, 3 main characters. We said 2 of them already.
Right, we said Sora and Shiro. The third would be a girl named Stephanie Dola. She is the granddaughter of the former king of the other world.
Yes, sir. Okay, so even though she messes around and she seems like a goofball, she's actually extremely smart. She graduated top of her class and whatnot. her specialties being in politics and delegating work, as you'll see later on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But now we covered the more basic stuff. You want to get into it?
A little bit. Well, there's one thing I wanted to bring up, like, really quick. I love the fact that because this is a world of, like, games and stuff like that, Stephanie's grandfather looks like the king that's on the playing card sets.
Yes.
I was like, ah.
No Game No Life makes so many references to other anime and other things in general.
Ace
It's so-
Attorney, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There was an older one. One Piece makes the joke too about that, but I just can't for the life of me recall it. Gintama does too, actually.
Yeah. Let us know, guys. We have no idea. We have no idea. There is something I wanted to bring up real quick. I made the joke earlier about the getting sent to the Shadow Realm. What I like about the aesthetic of No Game No Life is that it's a show where the plot is revolved around, playing all of these different types of games. And I like animes that do that, where it's, it's all about like playing like the different games. So Yu-Gi-Oh, for those of you that may have viewed season 0 of the anime or the original 7 volumes of the manga, that's originally what Yuki was about. Yuki was known as the king of games, which meant he was good at all types of games. But eventually Duel Monsters, one of the games he played, got really popular, and that's what Yu-Gi-Oh became. But I like that No Game No Life is remained true to the fact that it's playing all these different types of games to move its plot forward.
Well, not only that too, but also there was a certain point where Sora was like, "Oh, I'm glad you're not like any typical protagonist where you're trying to do this and trying to be a hero or whatever." Like
Shots fired.
Yeah, it's not only shots fired, but you're kind of breaking like the fourth wall there, which is what I really liked about it. And it's just more like as the plot developed, I'm gonna say we actually, other than just trying to rule the world, there was really like no plot. It's just like, let's go here and take this and let's take this. Let's just conquer the world because why not,
Yeah, pretty much.
Reminds me a little bit of Overlord.
Which I'd be down with you.
Yeah.
Overlord's pretty good.
We'll get
For
there.
sure. It is really good, but
Eventually.
still. Yeah, eventually. Okay. So then, I think we've covered all the basic things. We haven't said all 10 commandments, so we'll leave you to figure it out. It's in the first episode. Alright, so any favorite scenes you like from earlier on?
Oh, man.
Off the bat, I
From
think I
early
can all
on.
say we can all agree on the chess.
The chess.
The chess! Alright,
I still
alright.
think that was the funniest thing.
Okay.
I've
We gotta talk about the
The show
chess
could have
game.
ended right there and I would have been happy. That's it.
I don't know, that's only 3 episodes. But no, Oscar, you were telling me and another friend of ours that you need to watch this anime like immediately. But I was like, eh. And then you came to my house one day. He put on those episodes. We watched the first 3 because we were bored. Then we saw that chess game where it wasn't really even chess. But they were just motivating the soldiers like it was a war. I was like, this is the best thing ever.
It was amazing. As much as Gene was pushing Gangsta in the last review, and it was literally all him thanks to him, this was all me on this one.
Oh yeah, that was just him. Eventually we'll get into anime that was Robert based and that was my base. But
I think literally for everyone, it was just like, here's the episode, you're gonna watch it. If you don't like it,
Going to
fine, but
watch
you're
it.
gonna at least watch it.
you're going to watch it.
I'm pretty surprised that when No Game No Life came out that I passed it up. I don't know why I passed it up.
Especially
Like-
considering your love of these kind of like game-based animes.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I don't think maybe you just didn't see it. I think if you saw it, you wouldn't have.
No, I knew it was there. I passed it up. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
know you.
Well, there's a door. Just.
I'm gone.
Nah, you watch it now and we're all good.
Right
It
off
being
the
12
bat,
episodes long, it's got 6 special episodes afterwards, but those are just for fun bits, messing around with people, like if situations that you missed in normal episodes. Hilarious. You should see them. They're like 2 or 3 minutes long each.
But watch them probably by yourself.
With the volume low. Because this show is etchy.
Especially for the 5th special.
Yeah, not safe for work.
Not
safe.
Not safe for kids either.
No.
NSFK.
And if you had to classify the genres, everything was pretty much agreed upon where they would say adventure, comedy, etchy, fantasy, game, and then supernatural, of course, from the
Boys
16th,
game.
17th race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that about sums it up.
Exactly.
And like the chess game was like my definitely my as far as early was definitely my favorite scene. I won't go into detail about it because spoilers, but there's a scene that happens like towards the end as well that's like really good.
Every single one just being action packed, and it's hilarious. Like, I still think it's probably one of the shorter shows that I've laughed the hardest at. Only other ones have good story, but this one just hits you with that comedy so hard. I almost wish they took the Yu-Gi-Oh route, just because it would have ensured the show kept going immediately, even though it wouldn't have followed the source material. The light novel that it's coming off of, I think they're still working on it. That's why there's no second season or nothing yet.
Right.
I could be wrong on that. I'll double check later.
It's a long way to go.
Oh yeah.
There's
Okay.
a long road ahead.
So from now on, we're just gonna mention whatever we actually enjoyed from it. So everything from before that was just if someone needs to get
we
information.
discussed this.
Yeah, we did. Anyways, favorite scene, period. Mine still happens to be the chest one, just because I thought it was more over the top.
Oh man, how do I explain this? All right, fine. It was the scene where Sora was how would I describe it? It was like where he was like deleting like it was Shiro and who else was it that was like new, but they like removed like the parts. So then Sora says, "It's all
yes.
gone, perfectly appropriate for all audiences."
Yes, it was so bad. I'm trying to remember. Yes, it was the game versus Jibro, the flu girl.
Yes, that's
It
what it was.
essentially looks like an angel, which is literally on purpose. So yeah, she's the keeper of a grand library that's in Elkia, which is a city that they're the last remaining hope for the humans or whatever that are left. And yeah, when the two people who from the team, the brother and sister, they go to challenge Jibril. That is the game they play where it's just play on words. Like you take, I think, the last letter of every word and just make a new word out of
like
it.
Word association.
The word association, the game of that. And every time you mention it, if it was there, it got put away. If it's something that wasn't in the room, it gets put in. So they go have this whole little etchy thing where he removes all the actual features of the body, so they don't have any genitalia or nothing like that.
Exactly. That's
So-
what I was talking about.
So it seems completely uncensored, but technically they're not showing anything.
So it's valid. I'm like, this is the most BS I've ever seen.
was.
And yet he explained it like it made perfect sense. It was the fact that he said appropriate for audience that got me. I was like,
That was just.
I just chuckled uncontrollably.
The one that got me was when Shiro was like, "Nice one, big bro."
Yeah. We'll make a good job.
Yeah, we'll make a good job.
I freaking love it. So any other things?
I like how they referenced Phoenix,
Ace Attorney.
Ace
Right.
Attorney, yeah.
They reference a lot. Like, what was that? We played the game Catherine, and they played the Game Over song from Catherine at one point where it seemed like one of the characters was dead. I was like, no one gets this.
I hope they make another Catherine or something. I don't even care if it's a port. Honestly, I just want to play
Vita
it.
port.
Yes, please. Please.
Atlas Senpai.
Alright, so continuing. And now we can go later on. Doesn't matter. Come on. Give
Oh.
one or two more, then we'll talk about like recommendation and whatnot.
Wow. I gotta think, man. But there's like that was the main one that really got me. I just like actually I got one. The whole light gun game at the end, where that was like the final scene.
Yeah, there's
It
the
was-
battle to fight the werebeasts, so they can take control of their areas back that the former king lost to them from Elkia.
And then freaking Sora just referenced Galgun at that because the game was so similar in the way it was played. I was like, they need to localize that. Like,
Yeah.
I would never play the.
This video is not even a review. We're just recommending games to be part over.
That's No Game No Life basically did that though, because it like had so many like game references within it. It was a game within a game within a game. Yeah, that sums it up. That makes sense.
I'm okay with Deception.
I was just about to say that.
We need to go deeper.
Alright, so give me one more. How about you?
The rock paper scissors game between Sora and Stephanie Dolan.
Oh yeah. That was very early on. They did that in order to try to get themselves lodging and whatnot, because they've arrived at the world, they have nowhere to live. So that was their attempt to do so. And just the end result was just, again, hilarious.
Sora is smart as hell. Like he knew what Stephanie would do.
Extremely manipulative.
You thought Shikamaru from Naruto was 2 steps ahead of his opponents. Sora is on that 15 number ahead of his opponents.
What if,
He's most
if they had a one-on-one, who'd win?
Sora.
Yeah. He's an absolute genius.
We just
Well,
that's literally how I phrased it though.
And it
because
wouldn't be
Shika-
versus Sora. Blank never loses.
Yeah.
The first time I heard the word Sora, I was like, Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah.
And I thought it would have been reversed with the names. I thought Sora was like the Shiro.
Yes.
And then-
Actually, I thought that
reverse,
too
and I'm
because
like-
Shiro I always thought was like a male Japanese name and Sora was like a female one. That was mainly because.
I guess Sora could be both technically because like
Yeah.
he said it himself. He's like, oh, the name means sky, so
Yeah. I mean, Sora from Digimon was a girl, so
And then Sora Kingdom Hearts was
Sort of Kingdom
guy.
Hearts.
Yeah, Sora no Tanashi.
Hey guys, Robert's gonna play Kingdom Hearts 2. Rate them in the comments.
Please.
Okay, so again, like in the last one, I'm pretty sure we're unanimous where we think the second season should definitely happen.
I think it definitely should.
It needs to.
Okay,
I mean-
in the final scene, I don't want to stop you. So go ahead, I'll mention it in a minute.
Yeah, no, what I was gonna say is, as far as the ending of No Game No Life, you know, there's of course more story that can be told, and we would all of course love another season so we can see how this story develops and everything like that. But if it doesn't, I wouldn't be so mad because the way they kind of like ended it was like there was a lot to be told. At the same time, it's how do I best describe it?
Isn't that my exact logic I told you guys about Attack on Titan? If it ended, I'd be perfectly fine with that.
No,
Y'all
that-
got mad at me for that.
No, the difference is we discussed it before. No Game No Life. It's like, you know, there's a plot, but it's not really like really heavy to the plot. It's more about the fact that they're playing games. Attack on Titan, dude, way too many plot points for that to be the ending.
That's true, but I mean, with me, it's the exact opposite, dude. Like, I feel if it ended now, like, I wouldn't like it just because, yeah, you only defeated one race, but
There's
what's up with
15
you? There's
more.
15 more. And then
Wow.
it's gone.
Because they beat the Flugal as well, and that means they have the potential to be able to beat them whenever.
Yeah, but,
But
then
there's
that's
still
just
more-
up to your imagination at that point.
Yeah,
It's
Still
like-
more races to
Yeah,
introduce.
there's still more races, and then they didn't even really fight.
That's what I was gonna say. They end off the final scene being that the former gods that fought and everything and left Tet as the only god left. So that's why he took over everything. They were the ones to come down and talk to Sora at the end, and then blank proclaimed that they're gonna kick everyone's ass again. Because we are weak, we shall wreck you.
Yeah,
That was a good speech, dude.
it's another really good anime that tells the story of the weak overcoming the strong.
Beautifully animated, interesting enough plot. They have a lot left to cover, so they have definitely every room to continue with, so long as they have the
like,
funding and whatnot.
One of the biggest things that I would love about a new season is seeing what new games they would come up with. That's always the big thing about
Yeah.
game-based anime is like, what new games will they come up with to challenge people? Winner gets this, loser gets sent to the shadow room.
And just if it
That's
gets,
what we last
if it
time
gets
did.
popular enough, merchandising.
Okay, that's good. I think we've taken this rabbit hole a little bit too far.
No, it's fine.
Oh, man.
Okay, so what's next up then on our list?
Well, this is long down the road. I just found out like a little before we were recording this that there's a dub for this anime, so I'm gonna give that a check out as soon as possible. Don't know when that's happening, but as soon as I see that, we're gonna be doing some comparisons on that.
Yeah, I wonder if there are any differences, especially in like the whole censorship deal.
Some of the action was a bit far. I don't know if that scene when he's fighting Jibro's gonna come up, just because of how it goes.
Well,
But it's like a big point.
Kinda. I could see them having a blip over, or they can go with the whole Steam thing, which I know that they joke about.
I don't think they're gonna bleep over anything, honestly. Like speaking as someone that watched all the Kill la Kill dub, they didn't censor anything.
They didn't?
Nothing.
Speaking of Kill la Kill, we should do that one.
That's a good one to do next. Yeah, maybe that'll be next. Maybe.
Alright, so any final thoughts?
No, man, I mean, overall, I thought that the anime was good enough to definitely have a second season, and I approve, man.
Definitely show your
definitely,
friends, so long as they're mature enough, you know. Not long too small, please.
Yeah,
Not for kids.
yeah, because some
Not
scenes
for kids.
not safe for work, not safe for casa. Yeah.
Alright, so that's been another review by us. Good enough to go. We won't give you a number rating, we'll leave that to you on how you perceive everything you've said so far. But we are DNA, we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
See you guys.
Hey guys, how'd you like that last one, huh? Yeah, so if anime is like it is for us, we'll see you in the next one, alright? Please say hi.